All right, mics are now live. What's up, boys, girls, and everyone in between? All of my fellow artists. And now we know that the volume works. Yay! I could hear myself in my headphones. I was like, what the hell? Let's see. Welcome to our post Thanksgiving SO Art studio stream. We are a studio created by artists for artists, and on our stream, we talk about anything that crosses our minds while showing you the latest creations we have in the works. I am SO Art Creator, SO for short, and with me is the turkey fed co creator motivator, Lily.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
How's everyone doing today after stuffing themselves yesterday? Everyone still have the itis? How are you doing? How are you doing, Lily?
I'm doing good. Still plenty of leftovers. I hope everyone had a good, nice feast yesterday.
Mm-hmm. God, I got so many leftovers. I'm gonna be eating ham and feeding the little one mashed potatoes until we're all blue in the face.
Probably for the next couple of days.
Exactly. All right. Raw Sandlot Rage HD is in chat. How you doing today, man? Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. I know it's hard getting over to the computer today. Everyone just wants to relax. That you know what? That's a good question. Is anybody out there doing Black Friday shopping anymore? Do you do Black Friday shopping outside of online? I'm assuming.
I work on Friday. I work a retail job, so going out on the actual Friday is not. That hasn't happened in maybe 10 years.
Right.
Oh, a while.
Well, I was talking about it yesterday, and I was questioning whether or not people even still go to the retail stores. You remember how they used to do it back in the day, whenever we had like people getting trampled on or shot or mugged and whatnot at a
Oh
Walmart just to
gosh.
get the latest microwave. like I
I
I
yeah,
was
I
seriously
remember.
wondering. Because
I
God
don't know
knows I'm
about
not out there.
yeah, I don't know about the actual Black Friday. I know that people still do, like, for example, the Starbucks craze that happened maybe like
Oh, those
a few weeks
cups,
ago
those
with the
teddy
little
bear cups
bears.
thing. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So I know that still exists, just not on Black Friday, where people will line up literally a day. Sometimes people used to do it back then like a week,
Seriously,
you
yeah.
know,
They used to wait out. They used to camp outside of
in
stores for
tents.
days. My God,
Um, So I know they still do it. I just don't think they do it on Black Friday
to
anymore.
those levels. Gotcha.
Yeah,
And
to
I
control the masses.
yeah, I think I just have PTSD from working retail and then like being at the store at like 5 a.m. and getting ready, and you have all these faces at the front of your, the front doors, all windows. You just had these
Yep.
faces staring at you, waiting for you to open, and you were like, "My God, am I gonna need a sword and shield to hold these guys off?" It's brutal, man. Did you eat anything fun for Thanksgiving? Did you stuff yourself on anything in particular? Because I know for me
Um,
it was mostly ham.
well, it was a turkey, basically turkey, some potatoes, a salad.
Mm.
No ham this time, but it was yeah, basically the regular stuff.
Yeah, same, same. We had a lot of the regular stuff. We really don't have any of the for my family traditional Colombian or Mexican cuisine until like Christmas.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's whenever the good food comes out. But otherwise, tonight I am gonna try to finish. I spruced up the line art from last week. Let me go ahead
Yep.
and pull those up. Let's see, we got mine and yours here. Spruced up the line art last week, so now we're tackling painting, baby. This is gonna be
Okay.
This is gonna be interesting. Let's get this started. Um, but otherwise, let's see. Man, what were we gonna talk about this week? I think this week, we are gonna be going over mangas and comic books, our top
Okay.
threes. Um, so yeah, we got a lot to dig into there. A lot to dig into. Um,
Mhm.
let's see. As far as anything else, I guess I will start today since you started last week. Give you a bit of
Okay.
a reprieve. um, let's see. So, let's see. Top three. Do you want to start manga or comic books?
Let's do manga
All right.
because I
All
don't
right.
really read a lot of comic books. But let's go.
I'm kind of in the same book. I wish I read a whole lot more, but I had to dig into my library that I have here at home to figure out what were going to be my top 3 cuz I
For
haven't had a
comic
chance.
books?
Yes, for comic books cuz I haven't
That's
had uh-huh.
that's interesting because you were saying that you had a period in your life where you were not consuming anime
Mhm.
because of your rivals.
Yeah.
So I assumed and expected that you consumed more Western media and like comics,
Well,
comic books.
back then in high school I did. I consumed a
Mhm.
lot of western comics. I mean well into college I was still consuming a lot of western media, and then instead of saying western media I should say I was consuming a lot of like the top 3 publishers, right? Like Marvel,
Mm,
DC, Image Comics. And
okay.
then I don't know when this happened. Maybe this happened whenever I moved further away and I didn't have easy access to a comic book store anymore. And
Mhm.
it became where if I was going to a bookstore, then I was picking up like graphic novels. Or if I was going to a bookstore, or if I did go to a comic book store, I couldn't pick up like the monthly reads anymore. Now I had to pick up entire stories that I was willing to like have a sit down and read, and it kind of made me gravitate towards more independent writers, more prolific writers and artists, and I started looking towards more indie stuff, I guess. Um,
Mm,
and plus, this was around the time whenever I was looking into doing our own stuff too. And I think that pushed me towards like not modeling or using as reference stuff from the big companies, because the big companies had a formula. They had been doing it for God knows how long, right? And
mhm.
and I just wanted to see like, well, how does the little guy do it? Right? Like how do the
Oh, I see.
independents do this?
Hmm.
And then I ended up finding just the gigantic array of um, independent artists out there. Did I don't remember. Did you ever come with me to the Indie Comic Con? I don't know.
No, we were
No.
talking about it, and I think something came up for me, so I
Yeah.
ended up not being able to go.
I think I've only gone to one.
And then
Um.
I asked you about it. I think I remember asking you about it. I don't see, this is the problem with my memory. So many things have happened, I don't remember. But
It's true. It's true.
I I don't think I was able to go. I
Yeah, I don't
think.
I don't remember if you had ever gone. I don't think you did.
I
But
remember you saying you wanted to go to check out, how people were, handling the whole process
yeah,
and
yeah, I'm
just
publishing and
scoping
stuff.
out, but also just obviously not just spying, but obviously enjoying like the
Corporate
scene.
espionage.
Yeah, just also seeing what's new, maybe finding some like-minded people, asking
Yeah.
them how they're doing it, and,
Mhm.
maybe getting to read some new things as well.
Yeah, that was roughly around the time where I started like really digging into the indie scene a whole lot more and trying to see what was out there. really trying to see like, because it was also around this time where I started getting more into manga as well. And so I could
Mhm.
see the way Eastern comics were doing it. And I wanted to see like what kind of influence it had on Western comics, and if Western comics started tackling the um honestly the what would I consider Eastern comics, the kind of themes that they would have, because Eastern comics have a knack for tackling more adult themes, but not. I hate saying that because whenever you say adult themes, you automatically conjure like sexually explicit things.
Yeah. Mhm.
But what I mean by adult themes is that Western comics tend to sometimes they'll shy away from heavier storylines
Mm.
for the sake of the general audience, right? Because Western comics will normally tailor towards um, like a 12 and older demographic, right? So
Mm.
you can only take those subjects so heavy before it ends up becoming, oh, this is an adult only comic. Whereas whenever I first started getting into Western comics, or I'm sorry, Eastern comics, I ended up realizing that it was it was very much not that. Maybe it was just a cultural thing I didn't like clock in the beginning, but I had
Mhm.
noticed that the themes that the stories would take on were a lot more emotional, a lot more not afraid to tread subjects of grief, subjects of relationships and subjects of just anger and pain sometimes that
Mhm.
with American comics you just kind of those subjects aren't explored as much. It's usually just like a hero complex a good majority of the time,
Mm.
or a hero story. Whereas,
Maybe
hmm
what you're trying to say is that Eastern comics tend to go more with the stories true to life, like
yeah,
not
yeah,
necessarily realistic, but these are things that people can truly relate to.
right, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what I ended up noticing, and I wanted to check out the indie scene to see if they were kind of tackling those subjects. Like
Mm.
learning
Mhm.
from, especially since Eastern comics were becoming so much more popular around that time too. I wanted to see if that was kind of rubbing off, and it was right. I started whenever I did go to that convention, I did see a lot of Eastern influence and storytelling, and that's whenever I was like, all right, I'm ready to dive deep into. I'm ready to dive deep into my story now. Let's see how crazy we can get, man.
Mm.
But it was fun going to that convention, though. I kind of want to go again. They had a lot of cool panels and a lot of create local creators there that I thought was really interesting. Um, but yeah, I gravitated more towards the indie scene around
Okay.
that time because I was just like, don't get me wrong, I still love my Batmans and Wolverines and Spider-Mans and all that, and I will forever love those properties, but every once in a while you kind of want to explore something outside of the superhero genre.
Mhm.
Um, and I think a lot of my picks come from that era. Um, Speaking of which, we have 4 viewers. By the way, if you're watching the stream, feel free to say hi in chat. It lets Twitch and YouTube know that you're there, and we'd love to interact with you. Um, but manga, right? Manga, first manga. My first manga is gonna coincide with my first anime, technically, which is gonna be Trigun. Was the first manga that I read that kind of stemmed from a love of the anime, and then you always hear the Age-O story of, the book is better. So I decided to get into the manga, and oh man, I ended up loving um the mangaka's artwork a lot. And they tried to kind of capture it in the original anime, but there's no way you're gonna be able to capture his style through, or at least through the animation from back in the 90s. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended up collecting that entire series, even though um, they had a lot of weird breaks in between the chapter sets because of like some publishing issues back then. And but yeah, you get a lot deeper understanding for the characters in the manga, and I really appreciated that. But Trigun was definitely one of my first, and maybe I'm a little bit biased in that end. What is your first top 3 manga?
My first top three manga would be, oh, so I kind of swap them. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Zatch Bell.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
and you asked me this before,
Mm-hmm.
because you saw my list and you're like, "What is Zatch Bell?"
I was totally
Um,
unfamiliar, man.
if you guys watching are around my age and you grew up watching, I'm gonna have to Google where they showed this.
Here,
I
let me
think it
see.
was on Kids WB or For Kids. Let me look it up.
Yeah, I can look it up on my end as well. Zatch Bell.
Cartoon Network. I don't remember it showing on Cartoon Network.
No way was it on Cartoon Network. No,
On
it was on
Toonami?
Toonami. Yeah, back
Yeah,
in
I don't remember
2007.
it being on Toonami. Anyways, so I remember watching it somehow and loving it. It's a shonen anime is how I first ran into it. It's about this fictional beings that come from this other world called the Momoto world. They come to Earth and they incite the help of the humans to help beat each other up to become the one Momoto king, the ruler of their planet, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
their Earth. Yeah, and hijinks ensue, and so the anime, of course, didn't air completely here, I think, ever. Neither did the manga, so I had to bootleg it online. I had to
Mm,
Google it somewhere.
the old-fashioned
Um,
way.
yeah, because I loved it so much. Also because there's this really cool fighting game that came out, and we had it on the PS2.
Uh-huh.
Such a good game. But yeah, I became super hyper obsessed with it, to the point where I read the whole manga, and it's just so good. Um, there's no crazy plot twists. There's no anything like that. It's just easily digestible for any audience, for children as well. And I think that's why I like it so much.
Yeah.
You're just rooting for the underdog, which is the main character. Um, and yeah, spoilers, he does become the Momoto King.
Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah. Um, but yeah, if you ever get a chance, you won't be able to read it physically. I've tried looking because I want to collect the set. Um, just bootleg it. If you have some downtime, I think it's very charming.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about it last week, and I was looking it up, and it was originally released through Viz Publishing, and anybody that's been in the manga game for a while knows Viz, and and know that they've their publishing history has been spotty at least, and it'd be super hard trying to collect any kind of volumes unless there was some sort of reprinting at some point. I'm I'm
That would be
also looking
cool.
at the PS2. I'm looking at the PS2 game, some
Oh, are
screenshots.
you?
Yeah, it looks so cool, man.
Okay, which one are you looking at? Because
So
it's
this one,
called,
uh-huh. What
I
is it?
think it's called Momoto Battles. I can't
Yeah.
remember,
So
actually.
there were two of them, believe it or not. There were Momoto Battles, which was released
Hmm.
on the GameCube and PS2, and then you have Momoto Fury, which was released on the PS2. I don't know if these
Yeah.
are the same game though. They
No,
look
they're not.
different.
So Momoto Battles is the one I'm talking about, where it's
Mm,
just a fighting game,
yeah.
similar to Dragon Ball Z uh, Budokai,
Mm-hmm.
which is also a good fighting game. The other one I've never actually played. I think it's like an MMO. Not MMO. It's not online. An RPG. It's basically an RPG.
Oh, like a run around beat 'em up kind of a thing. Or is it
Yeah, and like
okay.
level up, complete the quests, I think. Yeah, which is cool, I think.
So I'm looking at Momoto Battle's screenshots from it, and the way that it's set up, right? It's a fighting game, but it has the two little Momoto characters in front of the two main characters, and so it looks
Hmm.
it looks like Pokemon battles, but you're having kids fight each other.
Basically, yes. That's basically what it is. They're Pokemon. Yeah. And your human fights with you. So, yeah.
Jesus.
Hmm.
It just looks like a dad and his son versus a mom and her daughter, and they're just gonna
Hmm.
beat the ever living hell out of each other. I kind of
That's
want
what
to
made it
play,
so fun.
right? I kind of want to play it just for that, just for that alone.
And then read the whole manga and then
Yeah,
come back.
exactly. Right. So do you know if you can find a digital version of the manga at all?
I'm sure you can. I mean, I
Mm,
found it. I'm sure, like not everything on the internet
yeah.
still exists for I
It will
haven't looked
exist
it
out
up.
there.
Yeah, I haven't looked it up in a long time. But I'm sure it still exists somewhere. I don't know any of the manga reader names now, like just the places to bootleg it.
You
I
know,
have no idea.
I found some random manga readers through the Android app. I don't know. I didn't know how legit they were, or a lot of these are like fan translations, and you really don't know what to believe, whether or not they're a faithful translation or not.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's always kind of up in the air. Um,
What is your second?
the second one that I chose was, let's see here. Okay, so I chose a manga by the name of Tencho Tenge. Does anybody know this manga at all? Ring any bells for anyone? No. this is like a this is like an early, I say early 2000s manga. I was first introduced to the property through the anime, of course. And like the anime only lasted for like 12 episodes. I think they got an OVA that I never saw. It's just you ever have one of those animes in your early life that just kind of feel like a fever dream, that you think you saw it at one time, but it was just like so crazy and it never really became mainstream. So like in the back of your
Oh
head,
yeah.
you question whether or not it was real. Ten-
Yeah.
Tencho Tenge was that for me, like in the early 2000s. And then um, I remember watching it, finding the story pretty interesting. I don't even remember if I got all throughout all 12 episodes. I think I remember like stopping somewhere between episode 6 and 7, but I think it's because the bootleg that I had only went up to like episode 6,
Hmm.
and it's like your typical shonen high school battle anime, and um it's about these two high school punks that transfer to a new school and they want to be the top fighter. but they don't realize that the school is full of top fighters and that there's this secret student organization of top fighters and they have to fight their way to the top. And then there ends up being this whole conspiracy about, oh, these fighters really link up to ancient Japanese families who were also warriors and so on and so forth. It ends up becoming this whole thing and this ancient prophecy. It goes crazy. It goes crazy, man. Um and then like later in life I was reintroduced to the anime. And I ended up finding out that there was a manga it was based off of, and I
Mhm.
really liked the artist for the manga. His name is he goes by the moniker of Oh Great, like OH exclamation mark great is his
Mm.
name. So I don't know his real name. um and I ended up looking up, and man, this thing has like, see, as far as the volumes that I've bought, I believe it has 12 volumes in total. So obviously the manga went far beyond the original anime and the OVA, and the manga ends up becoming, it's a lot more martial arts centered. It's a lot more adult themed and
Mhm.
dramatic, I guess I would call it. And it even becomes kind of like body horror at some points, because these people have fighting styles that are so like out of this world that they have to like modify their bodies through like various techniques, or sometimes they'll use their chi, and there's it's just this it gets nutty, man. But the artist, if anybody is familiar with air gear, or if they are familiar with the Monogatari series, he's the artist behind those properties as well. Although I don't know if he's like the writer for those properties. I think the Tensei Tin, Tenche Tinge series was something that he created himself. But
Mhm.
yeah, a good majority of the time, if I follow a manga, it's because I really like the artist. Who would have thunk, right? Um,
Mhm.
like I very rarely follow something because of the writer. And so yeah, every time I find a new manga artist that I'm really into, I end up doing a deep dive of the artist and try to find other stuff that they've done. Like I'm currently in the middle of doing that with the artist for One Punch Man because I like his art so much. Um, but with the Tensho Tenge artist, he before he did Tensho Tenge, he was a hentai artist. So you can only dig so far on that one. But it's really good. Like if you're looking for like a crazy martial arts battle manga, that one's really fun to read. So yeah, that's definitely my second one. I had a lot of fun collecting that one. What would be your second?
My second one, I also started um, watching it as an anime and
Mm-hmm.
then further completed it because the anime ended very bad. Soul Eater. Have you watched Soul Eater?
So I know of Soul Eater through osmosis, right? So I know a lot about it. I've never watched the series myself, but then I've also seen bits and pieces of, what is that prelude anime that came out not too long ago about the firefighters?
Oh, Fire Force.
Fire Force, right?
Yeah, it's the
So
same creator.
yeah, same creator, and apparently that series is supposed to be a prequel to the Soul Eater series. So
Really?
yes, see, this is how much
Oh,
I know
interesting.
about this property, even though I've never read it.
I knew they were linked, but I didn't know it was a prequel.
Yeah, well, obviously because of the internet, you easily get spoiled by this stuff. So, spoilers, folks. Anyone out there who has not doesn't know anything about Soul Eater, or there is apparently at the end of Fire Force sets up the world for Soul Eater. So apparently Fire Force is like a, I don't know if that was done as kind of like a tongue in cheek by the creator, or if he actually meant that world to be a prequel to Soul Eater. I don't know. But yeah, it's supposed to
Interesting.
have a direct link.
Yeah, I knew they were like linked in the same, they were supposed to be in the same universe or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. But that's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to watch Fire Force 3. I've watched the first two seasons. But yeah, Soul Eater is my second favorite manga. I've read through it. I'm in the process of collecting the omnibuses because they've been releasing them. I think it's complete now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so a nice hardcover set to keep in your collection.
Right.
Um, it's one of my favorite art styles. I love his style so much. It's got this grungy feel to it, very stylized. The characters are really fashionable.
Mm-hmm.
I love how they're dressed. Um, and I wish they would do a reboot of the anime. The anime was really good when it first started. If you watch back, or in your case, just watch the anime,
Right.
um, the animation is really good. Like there's a they fight in this anime,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to do it justice, and I think they did it really well. It's just a shame the ending was not good. So I was like, I have to see what the actual ending is.
So
And
what
that's why I read the manga.
what about the anime ending that, you don't have to spoil it, of course, but what about the anime ending that made you feel like I need to check out the manga?
Um, it just felt really weird. Like the the anime slash manga touches on like insanity and going crazy with power and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
which the ending for the anime touches on, but it just felt so out of left field. It felt so weird. It's like, what?
So
This
it just felt out of place, like the
it
anime.
so yeah, the term jumping the shark?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It felt like they grabbed a shark from just nowhere. There's no ocean, but they took a shark from an ocean, plopped it on the ground in this
Mm-hmm.
anime, and then jumped that shark. That's how it felt. Like
it
they just grabbed it from somewhere.
Do you think
It
that this was a situation where the production house had to like come up with the ending themselves, kind of like what they did with
Yes.
the? Oh, okay. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, a lot of animes suffered from that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, Full Metal Alchemist
Yeah.
suffered from that. Just because the manga was still ongoing, so they didn't have the ending. And they worked with what they had. I it makes me happy that they were given creative liberty to do make something up because they didn't have the ending,
Yeah.
which is cool. I think it's like writing your own fan fiction for something, which is which is great.
Right.
But it wasn't good,
I
especially
see.
if you read the manga, just watch the anime. Read the manga and you'll be like, "Okay, I get it. I see it
I'm
now,"
gonna have to
you
do
know?
it because I do like the artwork, because for the promo for the stream, I ended up pulling some artwork from Soul Eater, and the artwork looks amazing.
It's
Um,
so good.
yeah, I've always liked the artwork that I saw that came out of Fire Force too. So I figured this one would be just as. I mean, it's the same creator, so yeah, I figured it would be just as good. It's one of
Mhm.
those anime that just kind of, it's always been pretty popular, But I never got around to be able to see it. But now I'm gonna have to check it out because that sounds. What is the basic premise for the manga?
Um, the basic premise would be it's these students that go to this school to become masters. Um, they have two different, so people can become one of two things. They're either a Meister.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. It's the one who wields the weapon,
Okay.
and then the another thing that these people can be is the weapon. So these other people can actually transform into a weapon.
Nice.
Um, so they partner up with each other, and to become a master, you have to slay 100 witch souls and consume them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically the premise for um, the story. That's what drives the plot. There's witches. There's all kinds of crazy, wacky characters who turn into weapons, and people who wield those weapons who fight the witches. And there's other things too that you learn down the way. It's pretty cool.
Huh.
That's pretty much it.
I'm gonna have to check that out because like I said, I
Yeah.
do like the art style. So now it's just a matter of checking out the actual manga itself, and then I'll probably. I mean, do you recommend watching the anime afterwards?
I I would, yeah.
Okay.
Even if the ending is very, very weird.
That works
Um,
for me.
yeah, watch it 'cause it's such good animation. It's really good. They they do a good job at portraying the characters too, and the look and the feel of it matches the manga
Mm-hmm.
like really well with how they color everything and how everything is drawn. Um, it's a good starting point, and then after that, you can pick up with the manga.
Okay. All right. I'll definitely
Mhm.
do that. That sounds like something I would get into, especially the idea that it's kind of like it has your traditional shogun themes of like trying to get stronger within your discipline. And
Mhm.
that's what we do here, right? We're just trying to get better at art. Or at least God, I'm trying to get this coloring down. I'm just laying down flats now, but I'm trying to go as fast as possible.
Very good, man. So what's your did you go into your
Let's
Oh,
see.
okay. Your third.
The third one. Let's see. The third one that I have down is The Promised Neverland. Um
Oh,
so
okay.
this is a pretty recent one. I say recent. I guess the anime came out in I guess early 2010s if I'm not mistaken. Um this was one of the ones kind of like what you were talking about with Soul Eater where the I was introduced to the manga through the anime because the anime ended so freaking poorly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was one
We
of those
don't talk
things.
about season 2.
We don't. We honestly don't. I honestly really enjoyed season 1 and I had a lot of high hopes for season 2.
It was
Um
really good.
season 2, this is what I will say about season 2. The animation was still on point until you got to
Mhm.
those last few episodes where it was just a slideshow because they had to fast forward through so much storyline just to kind of let you know what happens because I'm assuming that the anime somehow got canceled going through to into the second season. I think is that the reason why they had to rush it. I
Um,
I honestly don't
I will
remember
have
why they
to
rushed it.
research.
Yeah.
But that would make sense
Yeah.
why it
Yeah.
feels that way.
It was either canceled or they didn't have enough money for it. Um, but I ended up liking the property so much that I was like, okay, well, if the anime can't give me the proper ending, I want to read it. So I started collecting the volumes and reading into it. The artwork, again, it's another one of those mangas where I really like the artwork of it. I really like the smart storytelling.
Mm.
The smart storytelling that you saw in season one goes throughout that entire manga. It really does. It has. I was surprised at how much I like the pacing of the manga.
Mm.
But yeah, I started reading the manga because I wanted the true ending. I wanted the true ending to the anime. I didn't want whatever fast forward BS we got with the anime. But the manga's been. I'm not even finished with the manga yet. I think I've gotten through. I think I'm in volume 7 or 8 now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still working my way through it, but it's been really fun to read, and it really bums me out that the anime got shafted the way that it did, because it had a lot of potential. But I would recommend to anybody out there, if you really like the anime, or at least season one of the anime, and you want to get dive deeper into the story, yeah, get the manga for sure. It's a really good read. I wanted to have at least one manga that represented, something recent that I've read. Otherwise, I would have to like go into older manga that I have.
Mm.
But that's probably the most recent one that I've been currently collecting.
That's
Well,
cool. Do you
what
know
would
if it's
be? Mhm.
finished?
It is finished. Yes, I
Okay.
believe. Man, hold on. Let me give me 1 second. Let me take a look real quick. I think. Uh, I think it goes to volume 20. Yeah. So I'm barely at. I believe I'm at barely at 7 now. So I got a ways to go, but it is finished as far as I know.
Okay.
And let me see. I just want to see if it is. Yes, it is finished. So
Okay.
if you can collect all the volumes, you can read it all the way through.
Or I will just bootleg it.
Same, yeah, yeah, that works as well.
But yeah, I definitely want to read that one because again, I it I'm pretty sure you feel the same way. I would recommend watching the first season.
Mm-hmm.
If you're interested in it. It was really good. The animation is so good for it, and it just looks fun
Yeah,
at first. But
at
yeah,
first.
yeah, just watch the anime. Yeah, I'll definitely have to read through it because it was such a good premise.
Yeah, that it's such a it. I love the not only the mystery behind the whole book, but like
Mhm.
how cerebral these kids are in trying to find their way out of their predicament. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
just it's so fun to watch, and the artist, the way he makes his characters emote is I find that whenever I'm collecting any kind of comic book, whether that be manga or western, I usually try to pick out comic books that I can learn stuff from and be entertained from, And
Mm.
this was definitely one of those mangas where I wanted to kind of like um I wanted to learn from the way he would make these characters. You could feel every single emotion on these kids' face. And that's something that I would like to do more studies on, right? Like how to properly make facial expressions without making, an individual's face look like it's made of rubber.
Mhm.
because that's honestly hard for me. It's hard for me to draw facial expressions without like a direct reference to go off of. Do you find like facial expressions hard to draw?
Hmm. I don't really. I think if you're doing very specific ones,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of my art is just fan art
Yeah.
or not really anything crazy in terms of facial expression. So it's basically, this one basic heroic smile, like in this
Uh-huh.
drawing right here, or just smiles all around or anything like that.
Yeah.
Maybe some crying, maybe just a stoic facial expression, nothing like
Mm-hmm.
that. Um, but any like uh, coming from the Promised Neverland, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of facial expressions of like deviousness for
Oh yeah.
one,
Mm-hmm.
from like the quote unquote evil characters, or even just facial expressions of horror,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
pure, what's the word? Just dread.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can get where you're coming from. Like I think studying other artists and how they portray that is a good idea. Especially with someone like that, if the manga looks anything like what the anime did, or of course even more.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'd
would
love
say
to
even
see it.
more.
Mhm.
Yeah, his artist or hers? Honestly, I don't know whether or not I don't know the gender of the artist, but um their artistic style, especially since they're drawing children almost
Mm.
exclusively throughout the manga. The way they make the children emote, because this it's a pretty dramatic it's a pretty dramatic manga, right? So it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah, so it's one of those things where it deals a lot with death, the fear of the unknown, having to deal with people manipulating you, and then watching these kids go through, freaking all these trials and tribulations. Right? It's like the range of emotion that this artist has to put on the page is drastic, and it's really
Mhm.
fun to read from an artistic perspective. Right? It's real fun to
Mhm.
kind of see how the artist captures, like fear or suspense. Like that's the oh my god, the suspense in the manga is so much fun. Um, but yeah, it's one of those things, like, because the story that I want to write also has those kind of same undertones, so I want to be able to artistically capture them. Um and it's like, it's sometimes, have you ever used a mirror whenever you're drawing?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah, so it's one of those
Mhm.
things, like, I'm using a mirror and I'm just like, oh man, I'm not a very good actor. How do
Oh,
I
come
draw?
now.
Yeah, how do I draw a crying face, or how do I draw surprise without it looking, camp? You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sure you'll find a way.
Well, it's
I
uh huh.
think a good person or subject to ask
Mm-hmm.
is maybe if you want to get those really detailed looks, maybe ask a child,
You know,
like, "Hey, make a crying face."
make a
And
crying face, right?
they do it really exaggerated.
They do.
I think that's actually a good idea. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can get over here, kid. I need you.
Do this.
Right. I mean, it's also fun. I think it's the reason why whenever I'm drawing, um I have a very uh cinematic way of setting up scenes. And I
Mhm.
think that is because I also try to use movies as a way of like studying emotion and reactions to scenarios, right? And
Mm.
so it's real fun, like taking a look at a movie, like, oh man, not even just movies. I'm even thinking like TV shows. Like, have you watched? Are you a fan of the Anne Rice Vampire Chronicles by any chance?
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard of this.
You
What
never
are you
heard of
talking
them?
about?
Oh man,
No.
so
Vampire Chronicles? That's
y-
what it's called?
well, it's a whole series of books. So this is, mind you,
Oh.
this is it's an old series. I think, dang man, I think the series may have originally started like late '80s, somewhere around there. But Anne
Mhm.
Rice is known for her what would you consider it? She's known for her like Vic, gothic way of writing, maybe
Mm.
gothic kind of, man, I don't have the right words to put it, but she is well known for writing Interview with the Vampire. Are you familiar with that?
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so she's the one that created Interview with the Vampire, is the first book of a whole series that centers around the vampire Lestat, right? Um,
Mhm.
and it wasn't until they had the movie that was, back in the day with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. And then they released another movie back in the 2000s, which is Queen of the Damned. Do you know Queen of the Damned?
No.
No? So dude, you gotta check this out, because this is like this is like one of Aaliyah's one of the few acting roles that she had back in the early 2000s. It's like it's so 2000s that that it kind of hurts, right? It's like
Mm.
filled with like moody gothic new metal. It freaking love it to death, but that's because that's the era that I grew up in, right? But and recently, uh, they came out with a TV series that is gonna pretty much go over the entire Vampire Chronicles, right? And
Hmm.
it's being released on AMC, if I'm not mistaken. And oh man, the acting on that, I was surprised how good the acting. I've been watching that one a lot, and like taking like dramatic cues from that one, because it gets real dramatic, real um what's the word I'm looking for, supernatural pretty quick.
Okay. I
The
mean,
only
it's
thing,
dealing with vampires.
yeah, it's dealing with vampires. The only thing is, a lot of times whenever I recommend it to friends, I'm like, hey, if you're a fan of Anne Rice, the only thing that you have to prepare yourself with the series is that it gets pretty gay, right? So you gotta get real cool with gay stuff real fast, like. But as long as you can get past that, right, you're gonna enjoy yourself. But yeah, I try studying a lot of TV and movies to kind of learn how to do those kind of emotes, because I mean that kind of stuff fascinates me, and that I like that the cinematic quality of like just being able to portray good acting through drawing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because in
Mhm.
college, mostly everything that we learned was about poses and dynamic poses and foreshortened poses and stoic poses and everything else in between, but never once did we ever study like just the human face, which which I would argue is probably the hardest part.
That's a good point.
I was surprised that we never like really went over that. Even though, I mean, technically we were taking an anatomy class.
Mhm.
But what would be your third manga?
My third manga, is going to have to be Tokyo Mew Mew.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, again, a manga that I started reading just because of the anime
Yeah.
that I started watching first. And I'm pretty sure this showed on 4Kids. This one, I'm pretty positive showed on there every Saturday morning.
Right.
And this was the Magical Girl anime that I grew up with. I didn't grow up watching um, Sailor Moon. I grew up watching this one, and I loved it so much. And I saw that there were these manga for it in like Barnes and Noble, and I it's like, oh man, I have to read it. And I started reading actually the sequel to it
Hmm.
first. Um, Found that out. I was like, well, I gotta read the first bit first. So went on this whole uh adventure to collect the series. It's not very long. How many
Yeah.
volumes are there? There are 7 volumes to the first part, and then there's 2 volumes for the second part, Tokyo Mew
Okay.
Mew a la mode. And yeah, I just love it. It's your basic magical girl anime where everyone's drawn really cute. I just really like this person's art style, and they have such a great sense of fashion.
Mm-hmm.
They have these little tidbits where they'll draw the characters in different outfits,
Yeah. Yeah.
like little snippets of them. I love that so much. Think I took a lot of my inspiration for drawing from this artist.
Nice. Very nice. I do like I like it whenever an artist can really like put put a fashionable foot forward
Mhm.
with their property. Like Tencho Tenge, he does that a lot. And like his covers get like real like a Vogue magazine cover quality. It's crazy. And I think I like it because I'm so horrible at clothing design. I'm trying to get better, but you know, it's one of those things where you really have to study, you know, what looks good on a human body. Like I'm so used to just drawing the human body naked that adding clothes onto it, especially clothes that are like aesthetically pleasing, is kind of hard. You can't draw a whole comic with naked people. It's just it might sell, but you know, it's not
You
really what you
could,
want.
it just wouldn't be accessible to
Yeah,
a
exactly.
good amount of people.
You could only be in one section of the store.
Yeah, if it's even in that store.
Exactly.
But I think that's the fun part of
Hmm.
drawing characters. I think that's why I like doing a lot of fan art. It's just drawing um their costuming,
Hmm.
even if it's like super simple. I think there's power in not just like their features. Like for example, Rogue, obviously her most defining feature, just by looking at her, is her white hair
Hmm.
against her natural brown. But I think it's also the costuming that really sells it.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, and I really like. That's why I really liked Tokyo Mew Mew. Their outfits are just so cute,
What
and who wouldn't want to be a magical girl?
right? Unless you're in that what is that one magical girl anime where it gets real dark?
Oh, yeah, I
Y-
love that one.
yeah, I forgot what it was called though.
Madoka Magica.
There you go.
Yep.
But
Yeah, you
you've
don't want to be in Madoka
yeah.
Magica.
But you've also been really good at costuming. Like at, like designing costumes cuz it's like how did you get into that? Like did you study anything specific to become I need tips, man. I need to know where to start.
Um, before I get into that,
Mhm.
Let me write it down. Costuming. How? Because I will forget. I want to mention a third manga
Mm-hmm.
because you mentioned your last, not a third manga. That was my third manga. A fourth one.
Uh-huh.
Because you mentioned your last one as a most recent entry.
Yeah.
I'd like to mention Made in Abyss
Oh
is,
man. Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
just remembered that one. Uh, I think the anime is still ongoing. It's really good. I became so curious that I read the the
The
manga.
manga.
And yeah, like the way they draw the characters, the suspense,
Mm-hmm.
and just the horror that these children, like these are kids, go through.
Dude, it
Made me.
is.
It's. I've cried a few
Yeah.
times,
Dude,
a
it's
lot of times. I
crazy,
cried a lot.
man. I that's um Made in Abyss. That's also a recent one that I've watched. I watched it out of curiosity because everything I've heard about it. And also I
Hmm.
was introduced to the music before the anime, and I really like the soundtrack um to that anime. And then everyone started telling me about how demented the anime was. And I was like, oh, it can't be that bad, right? And then I
It's pretty
watched
messed
it.
up.
Yeah, I watched it. I was like, nope, nope, that's pretty messed up, man.
It's pretty bad.
But it's so good. I picked it up after out of morbid curiosity. I have not had a chance to watch season 2 yet. Because after the last movie that came out, I had to take a little bit of a break. Especially what happens to her friend. I just, oh god. Anyways,
The rabbit, the
yes.
rabbit girl.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. Yeah, it's damn it.
that's the part. Yep.
So I had to take a little bit of a break before I jump into season 2. But I am going to watch it. I'm definitely going to watch it. I haven't had the chance to pick it up just yet. But I don't know too much about the manga. Is it the same? I mean, how would you compare it to the anime?
It's the same art style.
Mhm.
I think that's what people were like complaining about. Like there was a controversy um with this anime manga.
Mhm.
Um was that these characters are drawn so cute and they're children. Like
Mhm. Yeah,
they're
they're
very young
kids.
kids.
Yeah, like no
Like
older than
and
10 or
and
12.
they're just and people were just like, do we really need to portray this? Like,
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
with children. And I understand where people are coming from, but like the sad truth of reality is that a very quote unquote adult themes,
Mhm.
this type of horror and this type of sadness and dread, this can happen to children.
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
I do understand the argument of should we be portraying it to children though? I do get that part. Um,
Yeah, well, I the only argument that I would have is that that argument would only really stand if the anime was made for children, right?
yeah,
This
it's
anime
not.
is most definitely not made for children.
No.
This is an adult anime that centers around the journey of children um
Hmm.
that go through horrific things. Um and I did hear about the controversy roughly around the time season 1 came to a close and they were working on the movie. And a
Mm.
lot of it had to deal with the SA of children. Um and here's the tough part, and I think we've kind of touched on this before, right?
Hmm.
As artists, we wanna translate the world through art and stories, right? And the
Hmm.
thing is that there SA of children exist out there. The abuse of children exists out there. And if you're gonna shy away from the subject, because I don't think that the anime ever portrayed it um as being something that's okay to do, or as being exploitative of the children in the manga, right? Instead, it's there to kind of tell the horrors that these kids are going through, right? It's not told
Hmm.
in a sexual
In a
way.
nice light.
Yeah, in a
Like,
nice
oh,
light.
this is great.
Yeah,
Obviously,
exactly.
no.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not told in a fetish kind of a way either. It's just told
Hmm.
as a aspect of the story that gives you insight into the character. I think artists should be allowed to do that, right? If it exists in the world, we should be allowed to translate it. Of course, responsibly.
Yeah,
Obviously,
responsibly and
yeah, and
respectively.
respectively.
Yeah.
You're
Not
not
just the point of like, oh, look at this thing, it's terrible, you know?
exactly right. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not there to exploit it, but instead you're there to tell a story. And
Hmm.
if it serves the story and it serves the character, then I don't think people should be getting so up in arms about it and circling controversy over something that isn't made to be what they're trying to make it out to be. And
Hmm.
I guess a part of me always wonders, like, are you trying to make it out to be this because that's your thing? like
Hmm.
why are you making this such a thing? Like
Yeah.
why do you view it this way whenever what of course, of course the other side of the argument is, what did the artist and creator mean what did they make out of the subject that they're portraying here, which honestly I don't know. I don't know too much about the artist or creator. So, but as far as I
Hmm.
know, they haven't said anything controversial or damaging that you know of.
I don't know if they've ever responded. I
Mm-hmm.
just know that people were talking
Oh,
about
okay.
the
Okay.
anime. Like, oh, this is a terrible anime.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why? How dare they? You know?
Yeah. It always I, as a fan of something, it always makes you sweat whenever you like something, and there's some weirdness about it, and you in the back of your head you're
Oh,
like, oh, please, for the love of God, don't be like a
don't be a weirdo.
yeah, don't be a Kenshin. What was that one
Oh
creator?
no, not
Yeah,
Rurouni Kenshin.
yeah. Don't be, please don't be that. Just
Oh,
just be a
there's a
normal
lot.
person.
Yeah.
There's always panic behind a fandom for sure.
No, nowadays, honestly, nowadays it's like, dude.
Yes, man. You gotta hyper analyze stuff, and I can't. I hate that we have to, but it's like you can't take things at face value much often. Oh my
Well, I mean,
god.
I kind of do. I
Mm-hmm.
just it I obviously I don't like sometimes I'll think, okay, yeah, that's kind of a weird pose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do you have to do that for
Yeah.
this character or whatever? I mean,
Yeah.
I know why, but you know, but yeah, just
Yeah. It's always the
feels a little weird.
same. It's always the same debate of. Honestly, I think if I'm gonna throw my opinion into this, I think Made in Abyss and properties like The Promised Neverland do a good job at portraying children in dramatic adult themes and not necessarily sexualize the children in any way.
Especially,
Yeah.
yeah, especially I felt that way about Promise Neverland for sure.
Mm-hmm. And I know people say that there's some questionable theme, or there's questionable scenes, I guess, that's in Made in the Abyss. Made in Abyss. Um,
Mhm.
I think they have something to do with like wasn't there one scene where she was tied up naked and spanked or something to that degree as a
I
discipline?
It's been a while.
Yeah, I don't
I don't
remember
remember,
exactly.
but, um, I don't know. That's something I'll have to,
Yeah.
like, probably rewatch to see,
Yeah, I
but
I don't know the full controversy behind it.
I think it's mainly I just remember mainly it was just putting these kids in these types of situations.
Mm.
But like you said, and I have to agree, these stories exist,
Mhm.
and it's just especially in a world like that, like it's kind of dialed up to the nth degree, I
Yeah.
think. And it just kind I don't know. Like it's an interesting way of telling that type of story.
Yeah.
And I think people trying to shield it and saying, "No, we mustn't tell these types of stories." Um I don't think that's the right thing to do
Yeah,
because
I think you need to be able to um you need to be able to explore themes and explore stories without, I mean, cuz like it's like we said, you can be respectful about something. You don't have to be exploitative of it, right? You don't have to sexualize a theme all the time, although that's pretty much what every industry does to everything nowadays, right? Sometimes you could just
Mhm.
tell a story
Mhm. Yeah,
without
exactly.
making it weird.
Mhm.
Like I know I always get into that conversation whenever you talk about me and a couple of friends have talked about the book It. Have you ever read the book It by Stephen
No.
King?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever seen it the movie by any chance?
No, I'm too scared.
You know what? I'm not a gigantic horror fan either. Because I think I've mentioned it before, but I have a hyperactive imagination. Um, so I'm not a gigantic horror fan, but I am a big fan of psychological thrillers. And
Mm.
if it has a little bit of horror, I'm okay with it. Just not like constant jump scares, right?
Oh, yeah.
It is one of those show, especially if you watch the old 90s. Was it 90s or 80s? Man, I don't even remember. It's like it's Tim Curry,
The
in clown,
movies.
yeah, in clown makeup.
Mhm.
And it's not a lot of jump scares, but it's a lot of psychological horror. And I remember I was never able to watch the movie as a kid, but I did read the book whenever I became a teenager. And obviously the book follows these kids as they're experiencing existential horror with this
Mhm.
clown god of chaos, right? That feeds on the fear of children, right? And so the entire story centers around a coming of age of these kids trying to deal with this other dimensional god, right? Um,
Yeah.
and then at some point in the book, the kids are stuck in sewers that the it creature lives in. And the
Mhm.
way the kids find their way out of the sewers is that they learned that you have to do the opposite of fear, is that they have to love each other in order to get themselves out of the dimension that it um pretty much ruled over, right?
Mm.
So in the story, they ended up expressing this love through um how do you put it? They end up expressing the love through sexual acts amongst each other, right?
I
And
think I remember hearing about this.
yeah, yeah. So me and friends always have this debate on whether or not, whenever Stephen King did this, was it gratuitous or was it telling a story, right?
Mm.
And so there's one half of the argument that says, well, why do kids have to learn love through through sexual
Sexual
acts
acts.
amongst each other, and why
Mm.
can't it be through mutual love, right? And then, sometimes
Yeah.
whenever I'm talking to these guys, I'm like, well, I mean, whenever you're a teenager and you're coming into your teenagehood, right? And you're filled with all these hormones, a lot of the times teenagers don't understand emotional love outside of familial love, right? So the only way that the artist could explore love between teenagers is the blossoming of puberty, which is right. Puberty is essentially whenever you start blossoming into exploring your sexuality as you start to get older, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, yes, is it uncomfortable? Very.
Yeah.
Is it something that all teenagers go through? Yes. Yes, they do. So the real
Mm-hmm.
question ends up becoming, all right, well, was this in the book for gratuitous means, or was this in the book trying to convey something natural that happens amongst teenagers, but now put into an extreme situation, right?
Yeah.
And then we can go on for hours about whether or not the artist is telling a necessary narrative or they're telling a narrative gratuitously. And I think the same conversation is happening with things like Made in Abyss, right? Where it's like, is this gratuitous or is this exploration of a narrative, right? Which
Okay. Yeah.
mm-hmm, which it makes, I mean, from I've only, like I said, I've only seen the first season of movie, and up until now I don't I don't quite recognize the gratuitousness of it yet, although obviously
Mhm.
there's a lot of grotesque things that happen, um and downright otherworldly, dude. It's like it's it gets creepy at some point or another.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of body horror. A lot of
Oh
body
yeah.
horror. Um, but yeah, it's still such a great series to watch. And so
Mm-hmm.
I guess it comes down to the intention of the creator, but there's no way for us to ever know that. So then it comes down to your own interpretation of it.
Yeah. I think there is just a responsibility as viewers
Mhm.
to understand that this is happening to kids.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Don't think anything weird about it. It's
Don't be
just
weird,
kids.
bro.
Yep. Yeah. um but yeah, like you said, we'll never truly know. Even if even if the artist does explicitly say
Mhm.
something, they could just be saying it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they honestly
yeah.
could just honestly be lying about it. or
Yeah. I
or
think
yeah, it could just be like the other thing that worries me sometimes is readers who troll properties for the sake of controversy or to stir up conversation.
mhm.
But
Yeah,
otherwise,
definitely
very
be
very good
responsible
cartoon.
viewers, guys. Don't
Stop
don't be
being
weird.
weird.
Don't be weird. All right. Is there before I go into costuming, are there any other mentions
Oh man,
that
that
you want to
I'm
make?
that I'm currently reading. Hmm.
Unless that was, that was
There
it.
was,
Pretty okay.
I mean, like I ended up like I always find it interesting whenever you have Western properties that cross over to Eastern comics, and then there's collaborations that happen. Um,
Hmm.
One of the ones, there's actually two of them that I collected. One of them being, do you know the Sandman property by any chance?
Yes.
Okay, so Sandman has a off or one off that was written by. Hold on, it was written and drawn by. Give me 1 second. Let me find this real quick. Okay. It is it is Sandman, and the artist the graphic novel is called The Dream Hunters, and it was drawn and illustrated by Yoshitaka Amano. Do you know who that
Hmm.
is?
No.
Yoshitaki, man, he was. Hold on, let me look it up here.
Although it sounds familiar, but
He
I'm not
is
entirely
the
sure.
visual artist that was behind properties like Vampire Hunter D. Um, man, he did a number of things for Final Fantasy.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. Where's his discography? So yeah, early fantasy works was Vampire Hunter D, Demon City, Shinjuku, um, and then the video games he worked on. He did the original role playing game for Final Fantasy. He did artwork for that, and then he continued to
Okay.
do conceptual work for like Final Fantasy 10 and 11. Um, but
Okay, that's why his name sounds familiar.
yeah, yeah. He's done a lot of crossover work with Western comics as well, because he did not only did he did the Sandman Dream Hunters, but he also did a Wolverine story at one time. And his art style is
Oh.
really unique, so like it's easy to pick it out of a crowd. But I really like it whenever properties can cross over and then you can see different interpretations of characters, kind of like what we're
Mm-hmm.
doing today with this with the painting.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was the Sandman, which is the Dream Hunters book. There was also a Witchblade book um, that I ended up finding recently. But the thing is, like, I don't know whether or not to consider them manga or comic books because they're done in the traditional manga format, and these are all Japanese artists, but they're Western properties.
Mm-hmm.
But those are other ones that I've recently been collecting.
Okay.
Ugh, but a good majority of them are one shots, and they're real fun to read though, because you get different takes on existing characters.
Yeah. Okay.
But those are some of the other most recent ones that I've been reading. Now, as far as costuming, like how did you become so good with it?
Are
What
you
did you
referring
study?
to like my actual, like my cosplaying, or what are you
Well, just
referring to?
referring to like, so I've seen like a number of different pieces that you have where you've kind of like toyed around with how a costume looks, or sometimes like you'll draw like I've seen some pieces where you're like, hey, this is what I wore for the day, and you kind of like you make illustrative representations of it. And so like outside of like your personal clothes, I've seen you tackle like the design aspect of clothing. Like, do you? I guess what I'm trying to figure out is like, do you? How do you? I know I sound like an idiot here, but like how do you pick out clothes? Because even whenever I was having you were sending character designs of the what is it? Is it the Imperfect Sight series? The comic that you were
I think
working
so.
on? Yeah. That whenever you were sending character designs of that one, I was just like, how the hell? Like I didn't even think about this. Like how what did you because sometimes I'll go into like Pinterest and I'm like, okay, this looks cool, I guess. Like I guess I can go with something like that. Like how do you discipline your artistic style to include like clothing design and just fashion in general?
I think for me, specifically, I actually wanted to become this was me as a itty bitty witty little Lily.
Mhm.
I did want to be a fashion designer at some point. So I, just observed. It's not like I studied, but you just observe different fashion styles and
Mhm.
senses. And I've dressed every which way. Um, like I've done, I guess, street. I've done street,
Right.
done cutesy. A lot of my um fashion right now is like alt goth alternative. Um, I just have a love of fashion.
Mhm.
So I think what I would recommend is just looking at clothes. And really just a good way to start is just looking at stuff that you like. Like what are your favorite colors? And okay,
Mm.
what are some kind of fashion senses that you have seen? Um, doesn't necessarily have to be male. You can start
Yeah.
off looking at women's clothing. And then if you do want to transition that into like male figures, you can say, okay, I like this type of dressing fashion style in women's clothing. What does
Mhm.
that look like for men? Um, you know,
Huh.
just discovering what you like. Because that's for cosplay specifically, you'll notice that a lot of the dressing and stuff that I use to creating these styles for these characters is just stuff that I would wear.
Yeah.
But I just add like the specific notes for these characters I'm dressing up as. Specifically for Shadow,
Mhm.
um, it's easy because he has a color palette. It's just black, red,
True.
white, yellow. You take those basic that color palette and you transition it into a a fashion sense. So he gives edgy, he gives, like I'm a bad boy type deal.
Yeah.
So you gotta look at some fashion senses like that. Like, okay, I would feel like Shadow would wear torn clothing,
Mhm.
stuff like that. He he's a runner, so maybe something more like easily breathable or not anything that won't drag him down while he's running.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay,
Yeah.
so I guess tackle I need to tackle hmm like uh I guess find some references of something of things that because it's like I've never been very fashion forward. I mean, if you've ever noticed, like a good majority of my wardrobe is monochrome blacks because I'm
Hey,
not.
I love wearing black. That's my
Yeah, it's
thing.
like that's my main wardrobe right there because I'm just
Yeah.
not like.
But yeah, definitely
Mm,
definitely look at some stuff, especially for you. Just start observing stuff that you might like to try out, accessorize.
mm-hmm.
Um, and then if you don't feel comfortable necessarily, then just start dressing your characters like that.
Okay, I see what you mean. All right. So I should still like sometimes whenever I'm trying to do like character design or I'm trying to figure out like what would this person wear or how would this person look? Like sometimes, whenever I'm looking online and I see some outfits, I think to myself, "Oh, this is a little too high fashion." Like how do I downplay that fashion a bit so it looks a little bit more casual, you know?
That's no fun. That's
well,
no
because
fun.
well, because I think about it, right? I think about my character in different settings, right? And
Mm.
I'm like, okay, like if this character were walking down the street, if they were wearing something that was too high fashion, like would this convey who the character is and what they're doing in their life at that point? But then I start thinking, hey, Doc Ock, he's in chat. How's it going, man? You forgot today
Hey,
was Friday.
it's okay, you made it.
Hey, you made it. That's all that matters, man. On top of that, I'm pretty sure the turkey has us all turned around. All of us have the itis. We're trying to fight through it ourselves. Um, but like I'm always thinking maybe I'm and this is the classic me, right? Maybe I'm overthinking this, and I'm trying to make
Mm-hmm.
it too realistic, which in turn could be too boring. You know,
Yeah. To
so.
put it nicely, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to make it too boring, so it's just kind of yeah, yeah. Now that Doc Ock says, I'm well now that work is over. Yes. Yes. God. Like thankfully like my as far as my profession, not much is happening this week, so I've been able to take a bit of a rest, but my God, it sounds like you and Lily had to hit the pavement this morning. That's not fun.
Retail jobs,
Yeah, right.
That's how it goes.
They never let you rest ever. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start going into trying to be a little bit better at fashion design because at the moment I'm seriously lacking in that department. And so yeah.
Think, yeah, I think that's what I really liked Tokyo Mew Mew because it it's all stuff that I really liked and thought, "Hey, I would want to wear that one day,"
Mm-hmm.
as a little girl. Um so yeah, just looking at fashion being like, "Hey, that looks pretty good." Is it practical? No, but it looks awesome, you know? And I think a lot of people, or at least that's what I'm seeing on social media now, is that
Mm-hmm.
people are just dressing, in that way, especially when we're hitting this age where we have money.
Yeah, yeah, for
I
sure.
can afford it. I'm
Right?
gonna
I
dress
could, I could get a
however the
little
hell I
eccentric
want.
here.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, just have fun with it. Definitely.
Thanks, thanks, Doc. He says, I like how your avatar is dressed. Honestly, well, with the avatar, that was me taking like my own wardrobe and then like making it exaggerated to the point where it looks kind of there's a little bit there's a little bit of everything kind of mixed in like personality wise.
Mhm.
But again, it was one of those things like yeah, it's gonna be monochrome until I get better at colors. Eventually I'll get better at colors. Oh man, and now that it's starting to get a little bit cooler outside, I get to whip out sweaters too. Woo! Do you like winter clothing better or summer clothing, Lily?
Winter for sure,
Oh,
because you
dude,
get
I
to
know,
layer.
right? Ah, I love winter clothing. It's the
You get to
best.
layer clothes, and then, yeah, sweaters are just way cuter
Mm-hmm.
than just regular
And
wear.
just more
And
comfortable, man.
yeah, so comfy. You get to wear scarves, like so
Right?
much accessories
Get
that
to
are
wear
practical
gloves,
use.
jackets. I get
Exactly.
to whip out my boots more often. Hell yeah.
Exactly. Boots are so cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna get more into character design and costuming a bit because yeah, I think I feel like I'm lacking in that department, and that's like the best way to sell a character. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, yeah.
otherwise, yeah, otherwise your character just looks like a person unless you're able to
Mhm.
like really accessorize them and kind of like bring their personality out through clothing, which I'll get better with time. I guess it's just going to require some study on my behalf.
Mhm. I think I think a good starting point would be a lot of early 90s, early 2000s
Mm-hmm.
animes and mangas. Trigun had so much style.
So
Like,
much style, man.
what's his name?
Uh,
Flash?
yep, Vash.
Dash? Vash? There you go. Vash. Vash the Stampede. Like, it's a long, bright red coat.
Yeah, super
Like, you're not
iconic
gonna wear
too.
that.
Yeah,
You're
you're
not
not
gonna
gonna
wear
wear
that in
that in
real
real
life.
life.
But yes, badass. Like, sick as fuck. Like, just study that stuff. Yeah.
I like how the mangaka for Trigun would say that he got his inspiration from Spawn from Image Comics, and but like the big
Oh,
flowing
okay.
red cape. He goes, I
Mm-hmm.
kind of wanted to mimic. He wanted Vash's jacket to have the same feel as that.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely see it.
Super cool, man. God damn it. He's just ore farming everybody. I wish I could
Oh,
wear the clothes from
JoJo?
JoJo. Wait, which book though? I mean, there's from which book which JoJo book are you talking?
Wait, you mean their fashion changes in the books?
Oh god, yes. Drastic fashion
What?
changes. All of them. Yes, man. Like who's the creator for JoJo? What's his name again? Yeah,
I
this
have no
guy's like a
idea.
fashion icon. You got to look at it.
So I've never watched any full clip from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure
You know, I'm the same way. I've never seen
because it
any of the
gives
episodes.
yeah, but you've read the manga?
I've looked through the manga. I don't collect any of the JoJo mangas, but it's
Hmm.
another one of those properties where it's like it's so satirized in meme culture and the anime community that you can't
Yeah.
help but to know about the characters. And then at one point, I remember like watching a video essay on the timeline of JoJo, and that in itself is just like crazy, man. The timeline goes on forever.
How old is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
I would
Is it an
say
old?
Uh, man, dude, now I gotta look this up. Hold on.
I'm
When did
doing it
JoJo's
too.
Bizarre Adventure first came out? JoJo Bizarre Adventure. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Let's
And the
see.
manga came out before it, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think it was a anime original whenever it first came out.
1986.
Jesus, that was
Okay.
forever ago. Yeah, 86, 87, somewhere around there.
That's why it looks like that's why
Yeah,
they look like they dress.
that's
That
why
makes
it
so much
looks.
more sense.
Yeah, that's why it looks
Like they're
ultra
dressed
manly.
like they that's not what I was gonna say, but like super 80s. Like,
I'm. I remember back in the day, some friends would come up to me and they'd ask me if I had watched JoJo yet, and I said no. I have not seen JoJo, but I know a lot about it. I've never seen it. And they were like, "Well, why haven't you seen it yet?" And I said, "Well, one, it was before my time. Like I never really got like a jump on point, right?
mhm.
But two, it was like the way I would put it to them. I said it's a little bit too much man juice for me." They were like, "What the hell do you mean by that?" I was like everything about this, everything that I've seen, the clips that I've seen, like the images that I've seen that come out of the property. I mean, they constantly look like they're voguing supermodels. You know what I do? Lots
Mhm.
of man juice. I mean, it's very. I mean, it's very GI Joe esque.
Yes, G.I.
Yes,
Joe.
yes, it's just very. My God, like Yeah, the testosterone seeps from the page, I tell you.
They do all come from that time,
Yeah,
and that
exactly. Yeah.
they all give. So is it something you're supposed to take seriously? I'm feeling like no, but
I'm not the person to answer that because everything that I know about JoJo masculent. Yes, Doc Ock, exactly. Everything that I know about JoJo, number one, the storyline is insane, right? The essentially the entire series follows a lineage as they're fighting this character. um yeah, the first couple of seasons are definitely a lot more serious, as they follow the JoJo bloodline, and they're fighting various enemies, obviously, but the main enemy being Dio. Um, and then
that's the
as
guy I know.
Yeah, exactly, and then as far as the at the end of the series, now of course I'm explaining this via osmosis, so I may get everything wrong here, but this is what I know, right? Or what I think I know, or what's been absorbed through memes and looking at videos and everything. Like, going towards the end, and as it's been explained to me by friends, but going towards the end, they collect the body parts of Christ to fight the first vampire?
Of
Am I
Christ?
Yes, am I explaining this right, Doc Ock? It's like, the thing is, everything in anime is a JoJo reference, right? So, I mean, it's so much out there, and that's what I think happens
Oh
going
my
towards
goodness.
the end of the series. So it gets, I can only assume it gets pretty nutty, which always makes me want to check it out, right? But I just, like, that's another series that's kind of like One Piece, right? It kind of came out before my time. I never had a really good jump on point, and now I'm too intimidated to kind of jump into it and try to read the entire series. But it looks fun as hell. Like, I guess at some point I'm gonna. They're doing a spin-off in 2026. He's gonna be writing that manga forever. Is what I'm hearing. Jesus.
Wow.
He doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon. Like, I
Speaking of mangas that never are going to end anytime
Mhm.
soon, um, Detective Conan or
Oh,
Case Closed.
Jesus. Yeah, that one's been going on for ages too.
That
My
one is such
God.
a good one. I love mystery anything. But that and I love Case Closed. Like, Case
Mhm.
Closed is so good, but it's just like, dude, can you find out how to age your body up again
Nope,
and
never gonna happen.
go back to high school? Like,
I think
stop.
I think
Uh,
Detective Conan is older than all of us. That
Detective
manga's been
Conan
going
is
on
so good.
forever,
Wait,
man.
okay.
But it doesn't have
Okay,
an
let
ending, right?
it
It's still
doesn't.
ongoing?
And it has
Jesus
so
Christ.
many episodes. Okay,
Yeah.
the original run of the manga, you
Mhm.
guys are gonna love this. It came out in 1994. It is not older.
Damn it.
It's it's as old as me.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
little bit older than me,
Mhm.
but that is crazy.
Damn, that's been going on for a while. How many
It
volumes does it
has
have now?
so many. It has 107 volumes.
God, there's no
Wait,
way, man. There's no
there's
way.
spin there's spin-offs of it too, and I've
Oh,
watched it.
yeah.
I've watched the spin-off anime. I forgot his name. The
Mhm.
guy with the top hat, the Phantom Kid or something like that. That was good too.
Oh
But
crap!
it's just like,
I
can
don't
you
even
guys end
know.
it like there's so much. Um, let's look. How many anime episodes are there to this? There's a lot. And there's like 15 movies.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all really good, but it's like, please end it already.
it's, it's
There's
time to stop. It has
this
crossovers with Lupin. Wow.
I would yeah, I would imagine. Yeah.
Wow.
There's 1,182 episodes.
There's
It's
no way, man. There's
it's on its 30th season.
it's like I said, same thing with One Piece, right? If you grew up with it, then it's easy for you to get through all those episodes because you grew up watching them. If you expect me to jump in at this point of my life, I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna have to if oh, you know what? A lot of fans have condensed versions of the stories. Maybe if I get a condensed view list, then that's probably the only way I'm gonna be able to watch all these without like having to spend a month of my life trying to catch up.
But that's the thing. Like, are there fillers? For I'm sure
There's
there
gotta
are.
be. There's
Because
gotta be.
but do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They won't feel like fillers for Case Closed because it's just another mystery that
Yeah, they're
wasn't
episodic,
introduced in
right?
the
Yeah.
manga.
I
Like it's
don't
just
know.
gonna be a ugh,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think
yeah. I'll
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
probably watch One Piece when it comes out when it's condensed.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just gonna have to get over the art style. That's a big one for me for that
I
one.
hear the art style gets better in the later seasons, for sure, but
Yeah. Um, I think a lot of mangakas do develop their art style as the property keeps going. Especially you
mhm.
can even see it with Case Closed because it's been going on for as long as I've lived.
Right.
The series, yeah, it still keeps the same like that's how they look, but you can see just the tiniest bit that it shifts. So
Mhm.
I think that's probably the same way with One Piece.
It's
Um,
the Japanese equivalent of The Simpsons at this point. It's just been going on forever.
oh yeah,
They never get any
but
bit older. They just
they
keep
just
coming
make
out with
so much,
episodic episodes.
yeah, they just make so much money off of it. Why not?
Yeah, yeah, seriously. It's like Doc Ock brings up a, good point where they're going to be releasing that condensed version of One Piece. And I think I will probably catch that one because it's going to
Mhm.
be it's all updated artwork. The artwork that I've seen from it looks really really unique too. So I would probably watch that and continue to watch the live action one too.
Yeah, and if the animation is anywhere, because I've seen some of the animation for the anime that's ongoing right now
Mhm.
for like the recent years, and it's really good. So if it's on par with that, and I feel like they're gonna keep it going. It's made so much money already. Why would they
Yeah.
butcher it?
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna look forward to that.
Yeah, at some point, at some point, I am gonna watch the One Piece series. I'll watch the condensed series. As far as like Detective Conan, I think I've just missed that boat. I've missed it. I'm just gonna have to rely on YouTube essay videos of it.
I think every now and then I just Google like, is Case Closed or Detective Conan finished? And if it doesn't say yes, I will just I'll just keep going with my life. Because I just want to see the ending. I just want to see the ending where he inevitably finds the cure
Right?
for this thing,
For his
this
kid,
poison or
yeah,
whatever.
whatever's keeping
And
him
then,
small.
yeah, and then he finally gets to be with his high school crush. Yeah.
Hmm.
Basically, yeah, that's how I feel about it too. What Doc Ock said.
Oh, by the way, welcome
You're
to the
not
chat,
missing
Mark.
anything. Hey Mark, welcome back.
But yeah, yeah, I think because of the way it's structured, it's probably a little easier to jump into Detective Conan, right? Because it's a case by case series.
Yeah. I think
Okay,
you'd have to look up if anything happens with
what would be
the
canon?
organization. Yeah. Well, basically the organization that he's like fighting,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Um, but any of the cases, I don't think they, or at least a majority of them, tie directly to the organization. I think like a very few handful of them do.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're into like a good mystery every once in a while, just tune in.
I
It's
probably
pretty
will.
good.
I probably will. I just out of pure curiosity that it's been around for as long as it has. I'm probably what I need to do is I need to look up I need to look up like best of episodes and then catch those and see what I think
Mm,
about it.
I think I'll probably do that with the movies because
God, how many movies are there?
I I googled it and they didn't tell me a specific number,
Uh
but there's a lot. Like,
huh. Jesus. Well, I mean, it's been around long enough, right?
yeah, I think there's definitely more than 10. There's definitely more. Okay, wait. This is an accountable. They've released a movie like every year, looks like.
What?
Yeah.
Is this just one of those things? Well, I mean, I guess if you're not paying attention to the series, you wouldn't know. My God, that
There's
is
32 movies.
Jesus Christ, man.
There's 32 movies. 32.
And you're telling me JoJo's Bizarre Adventure doesn't have not one?
Yeah, right?
It's
I would
been
watch
out
a
way longer.
I would watch a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure movie.
Right? Just give me a Cliff Notes movie.
Basically,
An
yeah.
intro movie, you know?
And none of these movies are canon. Like they're just for fun.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, they're just for funsies.
Huh. Well, that paints it in a completely different light now. It's like it's one of those things like, do you really have to watch the movie? Not really. Only if you just want an extra adventure on the
Just a
side.
good time.
Yeah.
But this is actually making me really appreciate this property
Mm-hmm.
because of how much they've created, like manga wise, anime wise, and now movie wise. Like, do you have different teams of people? Like, is this secretly, you know how they were saying there's this rumor that Shakespeare was actually a collective of people who wrote the properties?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
this the same thing?
Like
Is this
like
just
one
a
of them
bunch
was
of
like
people?
Francis Bacon. It
Yeah,
could
like
be.
is this just a bunch of people who writes for
I'm
Detective Conan?
I mean,
Or is this just one guy?
I don't know. I figure if it was just one guy, eventually we would hear that he he croaked over from having a stroke at his drawing desk or something. You know what I mean?
Dang.
Because you could only do so much. There's no way. Like I've seen some mangakas drop drop dead for less.
Or this guy has a serious case of ADHD
Yeah, yeah.
or
Like he's just
or or
constantly at
or the
it.
tism where he's like hyper. He's
it's
very
it's
hyper
gotta be
focused
it's
on
gotta be
mysteries.
pure tism. This guy, he's tapping into that tism power. I tell
I
you.
applaud you. I applaud you, whoever you are, the creator of Case Closed. Let me look that up real quick because I think this is something we should study.
Seriously, because that is nuts. between him. Who was the other one that had a long-standing series, and he constantly releases in Shonen Jump per week. God dang it! Why does the name escape me now? It was wasn't it One Piece? Wasn't he submitting a comic per week still? Or am
What?
I thinking that wrong? Because I know he said that he's ending the series. Like I know we've gotten official word that it's about to be over soon. But what
The
wasn't he
creator of
like?
One Piece said?
Yeah, was it Hunter x
Really?
Hunter? It may have been crap, man. One of these long running or manga properties. Some
That
one
needs
of
to end.
Yeah, one of the mangakas was still releasing weekly, um, weekly a
Weekly?
story, and that to me is like, what the hell, man? Like, that's no lifing it for sure. Like like it's something that I respect, right? As another individual who wants to be a comic book artist, like being able to consistently release for that many years, if not decades. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like, on the other hand, I mean, when do you ever see the light? When do you ever touch a blade of grass? when do you Jesus,
Oh.
man. You just become this golem sitting at your desk just hammering out page after page. And then it always amazes me the speed at which um mangakas will release um their weekly chapters, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
but then I try to remember that they also have like drawing assistants who would do backgrounds for them, or sometimes they'll handle like foreground inks and somebody would do the background inks or something to that degree, in which case I'm pretty sure that makes it a little bit easier. But on the
Mm-hmm.
same token, Jesus, man, there's no way you can. Oh man, I my hand would fall off. That
Yeah.
sounds more realistic, Doc Ock. That sounds a lot more realistic, dude. It took me just for the 12 panel Halloween comic strip that I created. That took me 1 month to do, and that was just 12 panels. That wasn't like 6 pages.
Mhm.
And then at some point, me and Lydia are gonna dive into finishing our comic. And Jesus, man, like, I wonder how long. Like I'm hoping like all the practice that we're getting here through the stream will lend towards us being a little bit faster and hammering that out. But
Mhm.
I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how far we get, or how quick we can turn that around. I don't know. I don't know whenever we'll tackle that. Well, I guess we'll see that. We'll see in the future how quickly we can tackle that and get that out. Cause goodness, well, I'm just about finished with my painting. I'm just gonna add a little bit more pizzazz to it. Oh dang, you already added a whole new figure? You
Yeah.
well, I mean, you were finished last time.
Like, yeah.
Oh man. um but yeah, do you wanna show off what we have so far?
Yeah, if you think you're ready,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
think
I
you're
think I think I'm ready. I added some special
content?
effects to it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Oh man, that's like the
I like
fastest I
it.
ever painted. Good God. Good God.
It came out great. I love it.
Woo! I
I
wasn't
like the
able to do.
colors.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I was biting off of picture that's next to it. But I mean,
Okay.
I was just like color sampling from there and just, messing around with my own highlights and stuff like that. But
Mm.
oh,
Gok asks, "Is Rogue your favorite X-Men?
is
Would
that
that
to
be your favorite?"
um she is, I would say Rogue would be my, is she my favorite X-Men? Ye- She's one of them. What about you,
Mm.
Lily? Is she a favorite of yours?
Um, I think from the X-Men, oh, you were asking me? I thought you were asking Esso because we challenged each other to
Yeah, I'm the one that gave
draw
her
these
Rogue.
specific characters. Yeah. Mine is Storm.
Oh man, Storm is a good character.
Storm is badass. Like
Hell
she's
yeah.
that like that's a superpower I would love to have
Mm-hmm.
to control the weather and to fly. Like you get to that is so cool.
Right?
You're basically a an air and water bender. Like you're
Exactly.
and thunder. So yeah, basically fire. Like you could do anything. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have to educate me. Who's Summer Scott?
Oh, that's Cyclops. Scott Summers.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mine,
I didn't
my favorite X-Men character, I'm kind of a basic bitch. My favorite X-Men character
Wolverine.
has always been Wolverine. Yeah. And I
Mm.
think it's been like that since I was a kid. And then as I got older, I ended up liking like Psylocke. She became a favorite character of mine. Gambit and the Canuck. Gambit and Rogue became one of my favorite couples in the X-Men. Um,
Mm.
I absolutely love the dynamic between the two. And I hope they explore that in Marvel Rivals a bit. Like make their combo, or what is it called whenever two characters their powers mix well together? I forgot what it's called.
Um, I I don't remember. I think it's a team up
Yeah,
or
is it
something like that.
something like that? I hope they
But
play on that relationship a bit.
they've done some cute artwork. Like
Mm-hmm.
with yeah, it's called a team up. They've done some cute artwork where you're not supposed to really be able to touch Rogue
Yep.
um cuz she will suck the life out of you. Um
Right.
but they've done some cute artwork where Gambit is just full on like hugging her with his legs wrapped around her too, like just a
Hmm.
full body hug.
But
And
she's fully suited
oh,
up, I'm assuming.
um I think his skin is only touching her suit,
Okay.
but I think a lot of people like seeing that portrayal because it's like this man really loves this woman,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that he would risk his life, um,
Constantly.
yeah, just to be able to touch her.
Yeah. Yeah, because she got the powers from Miss Marvel, exactly. Like I think recently in the comics Rogue has gained more control over her powers. Um
Okay.
but I think she may have, I think this may have been a development after the Krakoa story saga, where the X-Men, in the storyline, the X-Men ended up learning a way how to reincarnate themselves every time they died on a mission. And by
What?
doing so, yeah, dude, it gets nutty, but it's such a fun read. That's probably the last recent Western comic that I've read is the Krakoa. Yes, it's such a good story. It's written by Jonathan Hickman. He's the writer behind Invincible and Walking Dead. And
Oh,
man,
okay.
he created such an intricate and fun story. Going towards the end, it lost its way a little bit, but I think because he was no longer working with Marvel at the time, he had to leave for some other job, I'm assuming. But
Oh,
the
okay.
Krakoa saga is such a, it ends up ending. with a confrontation between the X-Men, the Avengers, and the Eternals, and it's such a fun story.
Whoa,
Yeah, man. It's
that sounds sick.
I hope they do something like that with the movies coming up in the next saga of the MCU, since they're going to be doing the mutant saga after this one, and I hope it leads to like this
Really, that's
huge
cool.
a culmination. Um, but yeah, those I have so many favorite X-Men at this point. Because it was like one of the first properties that I got into as a kid, and then
Mm.
it just the it was a property that was easy to relate to as like a little nerdy kid who's an artist, and you kind of see yourself as a little different, and so you kind of latch on. I latched on to the X-Men quick whenever I was a kid. And then it also
Mm.
helped that, at the time Pizza Hut was like giving out VHSs if you read a certain amount of books, and
What?
you would get a free pizza. Dude, yes. Oh, dude. The 90s
What?
were a magical
Just
time.
free media?
Dude,
Just
yes.
free.
If you read a certain amount of books, they would reward you with pizza, right? And then
That's cool.
they had this promo where they released, I think, like the first 3 episodes to the X-Men animated series, and that's
Oh my
essentially how I
gosh.
ended up getting into the X-Men as much as I did, because I was a little pizza freak as a kid. Hell, I'm still a pizza freak, let's be honest.
Who
But
wouldn't be?
I know, right? But this is during the good old days where Pizza Hut still had dine-in.
That is so cool.
Oh, dude, it was so awesome. I kick myself every day that I lost that VHS over the years, because it had like a cool cover to it, and on the back of it there was like a quote from Jim or Stan Lee, and it has his little
Oh
signature on
man.
the back of it. It was so cool, and yeah, it's gone to the sands of time.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
But yeah, Wolverine, I mean, as basic quote that you want to say that it is. Wolverine is, I'd be surprised if it wasn't, anyone's favorite
Mm-hmm.
pick. Like he's up there for me too, and that's purely because of like I haven't consumed a lot of
Mm.
X-Men
Mm-hmm.
anything. It's just from like Marvel versus Capcom and then whatever I
Right.
remember from watching X-Men as a kid. But I think watching Logan and just seeing how these superheroes, they're super people, but they age as well, and seeing
Mm-hmm.
this guy who's virtually unkillable just age and seeing how that affects him, and then like learning that all his friends have died before him and stuff like that, like, oh,
Yeah,
that made me, yeah, and then
dude.
him fighting one last time, that
Yeah,
that made him jump up for me.
Wolverine as a comic book character. The reason he's one of my favorites is because he has some of the most drastic evolutions as a character
Hmm.
in the books. He's essentially a brawler with a heart of gold, right? And I've always liked the aspect of, you had this guy who is small in stature, right? He's kind of like what you would think of, like when if you ever saw a cougar in the wild, right? This cougar
Yeah.
is technically smaller than you, right? But looking at this cougar, you know that thing is gonna fuck you up, right? if you
Yep.
if you cross it in the wrong way, it's gonna mess you up. And that's essentially who Wolverine always was to me. He was just this small individual, but he was so ferocious and skilled at what he did that nobody messed with him, right?
Hmm.
But the thing is, he was also the one with the biggest heart in the team, right? Like he would, as much as he would complain and grumble at doing something, he would always be at the front lines to take the brunt of the hits so that everybody else can survive, right?
Yeah.
And that's ultimately what made Wolverine my favorite. It don't get me wrong, he has the cool factor about him, right? He's got knives for hands, right? Um and he's got this healing factor, and he's always been designed really cool. But for me, it's always been this aspect of just his core character. You know
Mhm.
that he's a deeply flawed individual because of how much he was manipulated during his younger years, and that he had to find his way out of that manipulation, and in doing so, discover who he was as a person. And then once you start learning things about, like, Wolverine, why is your costume so colorful? And he would say things like, it's because that forces the enemy to focus on me and nobody else. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, he's
how
a very caring guy.
yeah, like, how cool is
Yeah.
that shit?
He just loves his family,
Mhm.
his makeshift family. And
Exactly.
he's just this grumpy dude who 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 loves his family, who deeply cares for them.
Mhm.
They explored that with Deadpool,
Yeah.
the last Deadpool movie, which I also really liked.
Oh yeah.
Like,
So fun to
and
watch.
yeah, that movie was so good. I'll probably watch it again, probably tonight, because they were able to bring this rated R. Was it rated R? Like this?
I think it was PG-13, but they tried to get it, well, or
Wow.
was it R? I don't remember, man. That's a good
They
question.
curse a lot.
Yeah, they
I
curse a
think
lot.
PG-13, you're only able to curse like
Let's
once
see.
or twice.
Deadpool and Wolverine rating.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I take
rated
it
R.
back. Yeah, it's rated R.
I Yeah, because there's so much blood,
Mm-hmm.
which I liked, because this is a guy with blades for fingers. Like,
Exactly.
you can't not have you can't not have him chopping people up.
Right?
I really like that, but I also really like them like touching on his survivor's guilt
Mm-hmm.
of, you know, like he's a very yeah, he blames himself for a lot of things,
Yep.
and he just loves his family.
Yeah, it's one of
He's a
those
good
things.
good character.
Oh yeah, he's a real good character. It's one of the reasons why, in the Dragon Ball Z universe, my favorite character is Vegeta. Um, because
Yeah.
he's another character that starts off as being like this, overly, well, I mean, he remains
Super
overly prideful.
cocky.
Yeah, super cocky, bad guy, right? And then he morphs essentially into a family man
Yeah.
out of everything that he goes through. And you can't help but to respect the shit out of that.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, Wolverine has always been my favorite character. I would always use him. My Marvel versus Capcom team was always Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Ryu. It's always been those three for me. What characters that you use in the Marvel versus Capcom
See,
game?
this is how much I don't know the characters. I don't know. I think there was a Red Riding Hood character in one of the
Yes.
Marvel versus Capcom. I
Yeah.
I just picked all the cute characters. Like I picked her.
Uh huh.
Mostly it was from the Capcom side that I'd
Okay.
pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chun-Li, of course.
Of course.
And then what's the vampire lady's name again?
Oh,
Or is she a
Morgan.
vampire succubus? Yeah, Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Basically the really cool
The really cool
the
looking
really
ones.
cool ladies. Yep. They're really cute, really
The
cool
really
looking
cute
ladies.
ones.
Which, yeah, talking with you
Mm-hmm.
and talking with, Doc Ock and other people about the properties that they like makes me realize there's just so much more to watch and to
Oh,
read
dude.
and to enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, there's more to go through, man. In fact, you know
Yeah.
what? Everyone that's in chat right now, Mark, Dakok, Sandlot, if you're still in, if you guys have suggestions for characters we should tackle next, feel free to put that in chat. Or you can comment it on one of our social medias. Because now that we're done with this art challenge, we're ready for the next one. Do you have any kind of suggestions or preferences, Lily?
No, not really. Just
Okay.
anything. Like I think we could probably do a poll
Okay.
on our social medias. Like what's something human SpongeBob?
Jesus Christ.
That's a good one.
Hey, man. It's a challenge.
Pretty
I'm
good one.
willing.
Yeah,
Put down
maybe
suggestions and we'll create a poll.
that sounds good. I think we should do that, like humanized versions of the SpongeBob cast.
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh man. I gotta tackle what's her name? Sandy.
you could do all of them if you want.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yep, yep.
yeah,
We'll
because
put up
there's so many good characters.
yeah, a lot of them. We'll put up a poll for sure. And we'll have you guys vote on what you think would be best, and then we can tackle that on the next challenge for sure.
But I'm writing that down.
Yeah.
It's written down. Yeah, but this is our completed pieces.
Hmm.
I really like yours. There's nothing wrong with taking the colors from the source material. Just want to say that
I
because you
just
said
I just
that
don't have the
that's what you
palette
did.
for it, so I just kind of
I think
eye
there's
dropped
nothing
it.
wrong with that, dude. That's good. Like, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Right?
Um, I really like your line work. Like I saw it before the stream. You did such a good job. Um, yeah.
I
And
tried.
I like how you did the fur. I was watching you do it. That
Oh
was really
yeah.
cool. Hmm.
I wanted to make it as fluffy as possible.
Yeah, I think
And
you
of
nailed
course,
it.
you're rogue, dude. That is insane. I would like to try and get better at perfecting the kind of painted illustrated look that you have. Like, do you paint on top of the line work, or do you change the color of the line work in order to
Um,
meld
so
better
what
with
I
the
what I do is, well, now I've been using this like pencil
Mhm.
type of line. Well, it's very
Oh, I
I'll
see.
have it at a lower opacity.
Yeah.
That way it gets this type of
Yeah, you can
shading
get
right
the
here
different line
where it's
weights.
kind of light. Yeah. And then I will change the color of the line work. So I'll change the line layer, which is layer 1 right here,
Mhm.
to alpha lock. That way the color only touches wherever I've drawn. And then I'll
Oh.
change it to whatever color. Usually I pick like this maroon
Mhm.
type of red color here,
See,
but you
these are
can do
the
it
these are the techniques that
anything.
I want to get better at. And
Yeah,
the
and it
and
adds the hmm?
mhm. No, go ahead.
It adds a nice like pop of color
Yeah.
to it if that's your intention. But sometimes, you want to go for a bold black if you're going very comic booky
Mhm.
type look. But yeah, and then with shading, I just
Yeah.
use like a it says round render, but it's in my painting tab right here.
Uh,
And I'll just pick that and just kind of go over it a little bit, just wherever I want. I rarely use the blending tool anymore.
mhm. Cuz
Maybe if it's this
you like the
textured.
roughs, the texture of the roughs better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It
It
gives it that painted look.
yeah, I think it looks a lot better that way, honestly. Like whenever I was doing the shading, I was trying to get maybe not as harsh of lines, because I was trying to
Like a
do like
cell
a
shade.
yeah, I was trying to do a cell shading at first, and then I came in and I added some airbrushing to it to not make the cell shading so harsh,
Mhm.
but I wanna I wanna I wanna try the painted look more next time because I really love the way that looks.
Yeah,
And
but
and
zoom into your shading. I really want to. I saw a glimpse of it, and I
let me
really
see here.
like that.
Yo 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 yo. Oh crap! Hold on, my computer's screwing on me. Give me 1 second. Every once in a while, Photoshop will. And this is the other reason why I kind of want to get away from Photoshop because it takes so much memory to do so.
Darn Adobe.
I know, right? Adobe doing Adobe things. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So the way I would do it is I kind of did it a little bit comic booky, as you can see here. How I
Yeah.
have some cross hatching here and there. And then like I would come in with the hard lines and then just with an airbrush come in, or the brush I would use is just like a soft round. I would use the pressure, opacity, and flow, and so it allowed me to kind of like go over some of the softer edges of highlights in order to soften them up a little bit, especially around the face because I didn't want that to be too harsh.
Hmm.
Um, let's see here. Rid of you for a second. And I tried to make it look as if like the power was shining, so the light source was going this way, you know.
Yeah. Hmm.
But the let's see, and then like so the skin I did softer shadows, and but for the clothing I did much harsher shadows because clothing of course is a little bit different, and I tried using a little bit of cross hatching to kind of give it some shape.
Yeah.
I added a little bit of hue to like joints, so that way it looks
Hmm.
she looks a little bit more human. Like there's actual blood underneath that skin.
Yeah. But no, I really like your coloring style. I like cell shading as a look. It just looks so cool. It,
Yeah, it looks
you know,
crisp, man.
but I
Super
like
crisp.
but I like that you added more depth, more texture by softening the edges and cross hatching here and there to add this texture to the clothing.
I think I
Yeah,
want to try to
I like it.
incorporate, cuz I do a lot of cross hatching in my drawing. I want to
Hmm.
somehow try to find a way to incorporate cross hatching into coloring. So that way it's a little bit more, maybe I can make the coloring a little bit closer to my own style. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hmm.
But it's gonna take some experimentation. This is the first out of a few times that I've digitally colored, and so I want to. I'm gonna keep experimenting. I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
experimenting and seeing what I can do with it because I think there's still a lot more for me to learn. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I
But
gotta
I
sign it. I
think you
haven't
did
signed it
great.
yet. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it, especially coming from you, man. You're a lot more versed at this than I am.
Oh, please. Slapping color on a thing. But I think that's a good spot for us to end the stream today. Thanks again for everyone who joined us. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for viewing our finished pieces. I hope y'all had a really great Thanksgiving again. You can follow Esso on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Threads. All his socials are down below. You can follow me on Lily Lilac Draws on the same socials.
Yep.
I think my links are down below.
Yeah, I have your
Um,
links pinned in the comments so they can click on
okay,
them and
awesome. Yeah,
follow all of our socials.
yeah. Go ahead and view the coffee page if you'd like to. donate soon. We're talking merchandise. Hopefully, we'll get some stuff up soon. But yeah, thanks for coming to unwind with us after a long day of retail working.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time, and just remember, stay creative.